You're listening to The Ranch Sit Down with your host, Shayne Hollinger.
Oh, man. Welcome back to Stephenville, Texas, buddy.
Man, it's good to be back in Stephenville.
It's good to see you again.
Good
Big
to
old
see
smiling
you.
face.
I feel like I get to see you like once or twice a year, and every time I see you, it's like, man, we're going to have a really good time, and, just kind of reminisce on back whenever we were playing, for two people.
Two people, and that was the bartenders?
Yeah, and then we owed the bar money after we left.
Right. Like, sorry, guys. Jeez. So, you have been, like, unbelievably busy. Do you remember where you live?
Oh, man, dude. I was telling somebody the other day, I think, I've got to stay at the house the last couple days, but at that moment, it was like I had slept in my bed for 4 nights in 3 months.
God.
So, yeah, so we would be there long enough to do laundry, pack it back up, and head back out. And, man, it's just been crazy, but very blessed, and, man.
Was there ever a point where you think, I don't know, man, maybe this music thing ain't for me? And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I got this.
So usually like Friday mornings, I wake up, I'm like, yeah, I'm going back to bed, like the hangovers are a lot worse now that I'm getting a little older, but
Right.
No, man, everything's great. We've man, the crowds have been crazy. It's nothing that none of us could have expected, 5 years ago, but man, we've come a long way, and it's been sick, man.
I guess the biggest question always is, why Code Wetzel?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Isn't that weird,
that's
man?
Weird, right? But
I mean, you're not even talented.
I know.
That's
what I was saying. I remember you saying that to me like last year, 2 years ago, and I was just drunk enough to be like, is he messing with me? And then I kind of got in my head. I was like, well, I can't hit Shayne Hollinger in the face.
You
so,
can. Hey,
No,
man, if we
but-
put that on social media,
Oh,
though, that's the
man,
thing.
both of us.
I
I'd go
mean,
to jail and get more popular,
yeah.
and you get more popular for getting in the face. So it would be a win-win.
It is a win-win. So you've been doing, I've seen a lot of collaborating with other artists now.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Like, you're expanding your horizons, getting out, and that's always been the thing with you, He ain't Texas country.
Yeah.
Well, you never really, you kind of were country at first, but you've always had this love for all different kinds of music, and now you're at a point in your career where you get to experiment with all that.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
Man, it's been great. Like you said, we kind of started off in that country, the Texas country. Everybody I feel like in Texas wants to, do the Texas country deal, and you can do it for a while, and then man, we found our fan base, which is really really cool, and kind of early on in the career. So, we got to get our solid fan base, and the people who really enjoyed our music, and now I'm getting to, experiment with. Other genres of music. I don't like just one genre of music.
Right.
I love every genre of music there is, and just stuff that's weird and stands out to people. So, whenever we signed with Columbia, that opened up a whole bunch of different doors for me to go into and pick out different genres of music and, work with these awesome artists.
So when you sign with a group like Columbia, are you nervous at first? Like, cause that's always, you hear the horror stories from some bands in the past, like, man, they completely made us change, and we could only do this and only do that. But I think the cool thing about the Texas music scene is you guys have built such a big following before you get to that point where you kind of come to the table and go, no, we're going to do it this way.
Yeah.
Do you want to sign us or not?
Yeah, that was a deal with Columbia, and that's one of the reasons that we went with them was because, any other record label that we had talked to, they were, they want to do this, we want to do that, and Columbia was like, you know what, we're going to give you free range. You got something going.
That's
so we're just going to let
awesome.
you do whatever you want to do, and we'll just kind of help you out any way we can. And they have, and they've been awesome with this. So it's been fun to work with them, man. And it's been crazy wild ride. There.
So everybody always asks. You teased it a while back about the country album.
Country record.
Is
yeah.
it just gonna be straight up bluegrass? I was talking to Mason the other day. It's like, man, if you guys just did a straight up bluegrass album, that would
Dude.
blow people's minds.
So
They would not know what to expect.
Man, well, I feel like in the genre is kind of going towards. I feel like kind of going towards bluegrass a little bit in the sense that folk and that Americana sound. And man, I went out to El Paso for a month at the start of January in January, and I just went out there to write. I brought out a bunch of artists, and it was just a writing session, dude. And dude, I got out there for 3 or 4 days, and I was like, man. It's not that I forgot how to write a country song. It's just that like I was away from it for so long,
Right.
I guess, and wasn't writing for it. So I think the first song we wrote out there was a rock song, and I was like, man, it's gonna be a lot harder than
This is gonna be work.
Yeah, but man, we come up with so many different sounds out there. It was really cool, and so I think coming away from it and getting away from it, what I took from it was that the country record is gonna come. I don't know if it's gonna be this year or next year or 5 years from now. It's definitely there. We wrote a lot for a country record. We have a lot of good country songs for it, but I don't know when it's gonna come, man. And this sound that we've been working on for so long comes really easy for us.
Right. No,
So-
and this is something that you want to do something different like that. You want to make sure it's perfect
Yeah,
too.
for
You don't want to
sure.
just
And-
rush that out.
And I'm not trying to do it's kind of been the deal from the very beginning. We never wanted to be anybody else. We always wanted to be ourselves. So
Right.
if we're creating this sound that's us, why not keep on trying to do that?
Absolutely, man. You guys are doing some really cool stuff too.
No, I appreciate it.